Hello everybody and welcome back to Maisie's Garden. We have another episode of Cards in the Car. Okay, let's see what kind of message we've got today. What kind of message do we have today? All right. All right, Spirit. What kind of message do we have for the collective today? What kind of message do I have? Four of Wands. Some form of stability. Something may be going on with your home and your home life. How you find security. You may be manifesting. You may be putting in the work to try to manifest. This could be manifesting a new home, buying a home, manifesting more security or stability in some way. You could be trying to manifest some type of long-term commitment as well, because sometimes the Four of Wands talks about like a long-term commitment or some form of celebration, kind of like a marriage or something along those lines that has a security or a form of commitment behind it. So you could be manifesting, oh, for sure. You for sure are. The Ten of Pentacles came out. So this is definitely something long-term here. Again, this is the card of long-term stability, long-term financial stability, inheritance, legacy, wealth, long-term commitments. You could, honestly, it feels like maybe you could be manifesting all of this. You could have Gemini or Virgo placements. There's something that you're mastering right now that could be bringing you a lot of security. It could be bringing you a lot of like wealth, long-term financial security, or just something where you feel secure for the long haul. Like you'll be set up, if not for the rest of your life, for a very long time at least. Anything else? Tell me, what are they supposed to be doing and get this? Like, what are we doing here? Balancing yourself out. Make sure you're going over budgets. You're going over like what you need to do financially for yourself. You're balancing out work and home so that you do have the security and the stability both at work and both at home. Really managing your life, kind of juggling all things and finding a balancing act between all of the things. If that's what you've been doing or working on, you're mastering this. And it's going to come in. And it's going to be good. This is going to be really good. Really, really good. At one point, you got some type of cycle completion going on because we have 10s on the board, okay? And 10s are talk about a cycle completion. All right, so there might have been at one point where you went through Seven of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So now we have two 10s on the board, right? There was a point in your life where you may have had too many options, too many opportunities. You didn't know which way to go. Things were kind of clouded. You were confused. You didn't have like a real direction, right? All these different things were pulling you in different directions and you couldn't see clearly which one was the best option for you. And honestly, it's because a lot of the stuff that was going on with you, I heard trauma, but which the Ten of Swords could talk about a lot of trauma. So you may have gone through a lot of trauma, or you went through a cycle of hitting trials and tribulations, obstacles, feeling like you were backstabbed by people, places, and things, constantly having to like hit brick walls, feeling like you were betrayed, feeling like you were sold things that weren't actually what they were supposed to live up to. There was some type of deception or illusion about what was going on. Now, you may be coming out of that, okay? Specifically, especially if there was any kind of drama, any kind of conflict, if you were fighting with people or there was some type of competition or rivalry, tension, resistance, whatever, okay, within yourself or with others. Someone may have been trying to like keep your, I just heard keep your growth stunted. So they didn't want you to grow. They didn't want you to move on. They didn't want you to level up in the way that maybe that you've been leveling up and what you've been working on, because the mastery is here with the Magician. You have everything that it takes to become extremely stable, extremely secure, have a really good home life, really good work life, and be really confident and just stable within yourself. Very grounded energy. Okay? You may have thought that you were being betrayed by the universe by going through really hard cycles, but it feels like you're coming out of that on the other side knowing that the lessons that you needed to learn was in order to master this cycle so that when you reach the next level, you know what to do with it. That's really what that feels like. So you knew what to do with the next level. Is this the world card? It sure is. Shout it when I tell you cycle completion, cycle freaking complete. Okay? And whatever you learned during this cycle, whatever you did in the last 10 to 20 years, it could have been anywhere in between that. Definitely at least 10 years. But possibly as much as 20. So take how that resonates. But whatever cycle that and the things that you learned, it is making it so that this completion is a success. You will be leveling up and you will not be backtracking. You will be going forward. I just saw 555 on the clock, which talks about things kind of moving and changing for the better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There may be an unexpected offer being sent to you. It's going to be sent to you. Somebody's planning on offering you something. They want to work with you in some way. You're not going to see this coming. Somebody definitely feels like you would be good on the team. You'd be good part of the community. You'd be a good friend to have, a good associate, a good team player. They're going to want to offer you something that may also help with your stability. It may also help with you overcoming this cycle, but it's closing. Not only is like the chapter done, to be honest with you, this is like the book of this cycle. This whole period in your life is over with. So whatever you took from this, you took what needed to be done. You grew the way you needed to grow. You learned the lessons that you needed to learn, and now you're starting to integrate them, which is part of the point. We can go through things over and over again and learn the lesson, but never integrate that lesson into our life. So we get stuck repeating patterns and cycles over and over again. And we're just like, oh my gosh, sometimes you hear people like, I don't understand why I keep going through this. It's because you're not changing the way that you respond to the trigger. You're not changing the way that you respond to the situation coming up. The devil, I shouldn't say the devil, because sometimes it's the universe too, will bring you the same opportunities in different places, people, and things over and over again to see if you'll continue to choose that same path. And if you continue to choose the same path, then you're going to keep going down and experiencing the same results until you choose to take a different path. The choice is with you. That's where our free will comes in. Destiny and fate are there, but the reason why it's so imperative, and the Bible talks about free will and what we're really able to, the Bible, the Quran, all of it talks about free will. Okay, I'm just going to go up into Christ consciousness and we're just going to talk about it in that sense. That talks about free will as being the underlying factor in things, is because the universe can produce or give us opportunities and options all day, every day. Okay. But we have free will to choose. Okay. To choose which option to take, to choose which path to take. We don't have to listen to our intuition. That's the governing reign of free will. That was the clause that ended up coming up on, what this contract here on earth is to see if people are going to choose to listen to their intuition or not. Are they going to choose the right direction? Are they going to choose to listen to the lessons, to learn from the lessons, to integrate the lessons, and then move differently or not? So it's really up to you. And once you start choosing differently, different paths, different opportunities, different results start showing up. Okay. So somebody here, whoever I'm talking to, learned the lessons, grew with the lessons, and started integrating them and started to choose differently. And because of that, the universe is opening things up for you and you're closing out a cycle. And that's that. And you're going to be far more stable, far more secure, far more confident, everything moving forward. I love this for you guys. If you need any help, let me know. I'll see you guys later. Bye.